Yeah, let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again. Not only is it episode 48 of the Corner Booth Live, it is all Corner Pregame. It is also our mock draft episode. Samir, our intern, is running the show today after viewer questions. It's his floor. Him and Pat will discuss me and Kevin's mock drafts. Me and Kev, of course, did offensive rankings on Tuesday. We're doing defensive rankings next Tuesday before the draft. I may or may not be guest starring on a couple shows, including Kevin's, for my draft expertise. So it's going to be a good time today. Kevin, who is the athlete of today's show?
Athlete. It's Jimmie Johnson.
There we go.
Number 48 car.
Nice. Hey, I think to be a racer, you got to have some kind of – it's the reflexes. It might not be, you could run fast or maybe jump high or throw a ball or maybe do anything. But, you could work the sticks.
Oh, definitely.
It gets hot in those cars, too.
Yeah, they got to be pro sweaters.
Oh, definitely. It really you can't tell me Haley Deegan is not a damn athlete. That girl is in shape. Holy crap.
Also, what do they do if they have to pee in there?
I think they have a thing in the suit. I think somebody was asking them that once.
Oh.
So, I mean, I would consider drivers, at least to a certain extent, like semi-athletes, like as much as like above like semi-pro athlete who can't get out of his glory days, but below like a golfer.
How about a single A baseball player compared to a NASCAR driver?
It's still single A. It's still professional baseball.
Yeah.
Good to know. I think I fixed it, guys. I think I fixed the connection issue.
Oh, Pat's joined the party.
Here we go.
Pat's alive.
My co-moderator.
Yes. I've been moderating these two for several years now. It's never easy nor enjoyable. So,
yeah, we just threw our insert. I told Samir, I think this was yesterday. I think I told him like, so you are now in charge of making sure me and Kevin will slaughter each other in the middle of the show. So that's on you. All right. So Kev, we're starting off different today. Viewer questions before we get into the down and dirty. So who graced us with their presence today?
Craft Brewed Sports asked us a question. Big shout out to them, by the way. Their 5th anniversary special was last night.
Let's go!
Proud of those boys. They want to know, you get one brownie style for the rest of your life. You taking corner, edge, or middle?
Oh, edge all day. All day edge. Because you get a little bit of the crust, but you also get the best part of the brownie, which is the middle. It's a balance. And life's all about balance. I'm all for it. Middle brownies are great. Corners, you're a psychopath.
I'm going middle. Yeah. Because if they overcook it, the edge is the first part that's getting burned. It's the edge in the corner. So you avoid that with every bad brownie you have for the rest of your life. You're getting middle.
I still will take the gamble and still take edge.
Also, you said the middle's the best part of the brownie. So why would you not just go middle?
But because I like the edge too. Brownie crusts are literally my favorite treat as a kid. My mom making brownies for like a party, and she'd literally leave me a little, send me to school with a little baggie of the edges as just like a little treat for myself, and I loved it. So it's kind of
you need a handle too.
A little nostalgia.
I think when you're eating a brownie, you need something to grab from, and in the middle, it's a little tougher to grab at.
So
you need
our intern is like speaking to the straight truth right now. No, you're right though, because I do agree.
Think about like this. It's all about finger dexterity. Like the middle, it's like the gooeyest part of the brownie, like pan. So as long as you're not like squeezing it like you're trying to like crush it, you just kind of take your nibbles out and it's fine. It's perfect. It's literally it's the meta.
All right, so you know what? I never thought we'd get a debate on brownies on our show to
start off. But if you're taking the middle, you're banning yourself from ever having brownie crust for the rest of your life. So it's like, why would you do that?
That's a hill I'll die on. Yeah, if it's either you eat just corners or just like the middle, that's fine. I'll eat just middle.
Mm-hmm. All right, next question, Mr. Kevin. Oh, by the way, our belly up sport, our Craft Food Sports guys, I brought a good one for you. Evil Genius. Check this name out, boys. Purple Monkey Dishwasher. It's a chocolate peanut butter stout. It's incredible.
I put mine in a koozie. That's too small, but this is I Exist, and there's narwhals all over the can. So
Wow.
next question comes from Conway Vinny, friend of the show.
Our boy, Conway.
Shout out to Vin. He put together the Fluffopotamus Memorial Kickball game in a partnership with University of Alabama Recreation, whose Twitter account was suspended, not Vinny's, the Recreation Department for Alabama.
Wait, what?
I don't know
get
why.
Suspended.
I don't know why. When I saw that, I was like Paul Rudd in Avengers. What happened here? I was so confused. But he wants to know the best style of pizza.
Oh, easy. At least so it's like Sicilian flatbread, Greek style, like that kind of thing.
You can go Greek, you can go deep dish, thin crust, Rhode Island pizza, which is just bread and sauce, which is
I thought
disgusting.
that was roadkill. I mean, I know I've had Rhode Island pizza before. My Kevin's friend, my cousin, his family always brings that to family events. It's the strangest thing. I still love it though. I'll take lead on this one. I would love to say thin crust because I grew up around New York. Just New York style pizza is what I roll with. It's bigger, it's badder, it's greasier. It's the crust isn't paper thin, but it's thin enough where you can still fold it over. You don't have like a half a gallon of dough on the back end of it. Deep dish is a close second though. I've had authentic deep dish once and I was like blown away.
I'm gonna say you gotta prioritize, I think, the brick oven.
Well, I mean, Samir, you and me are from like the pizza capital of the world, so according to Dave Portnoy, so we have to show up.
You got to prioritize the brick oven, and then I'm gonna shout out Colony Grill. That thin crust is fantastic.
Oh God, thin grill! I haven't had the grill since my first year out of college, and it's still like a Hall of Fame experience. Or Modern down in New Haven is probably my other favorite.
Oof.
Portnoy gave it a 9. Portnoy gave it a 9.2. So there you go.
Y'all are some elites. Just give me a nice slice of some North End style pizza.
Okay,
Pizzeria Regina. You can find them all over the place. It's top tier. So yeah, North End style pizza.
Look, there was a significant period of my life where I lived off of Domino's New York style pizza.
I was waiting for this.
And every now and then I throw a pan pizza in there, just if I was like extra hungry. But like real New York style pizza, that takes it for me. Like it's just so good. Like it's the grease, and it's like the grease to crust ratio that does it.
Pat's the whole motto is on his Tinder bio. It's the grease for me.
My Tinder profile is it's my personality that does it. I guess I should change it to it's the grease for me.
That will get you a lot more matches, Pat. I feel.
All right, Kev, what's next?
This is our last question. This was a DM submission from Carol.
Oh, okay.
Should Kev come to Cincy?
Ooh, I think you should. Because I think you need to try that Skyline chili.
Oh, God.
No. You got to fight Joe Burrow. You've been talking a big game.
Why would you hit a cripple, man? Have you seen the scar on the size of his knee? It's the length of my laptop. It's like, holy shit.
So the thing with Joe Burrow is if I was going to fight him, I'd have to wait until his offensive line was all around him because he'd feel safe, and then I could just get right to him. Pat, Samir, do you guys have input? I have an answer.
Look, I am all for traveling. Now that COVID's we just kind of gave up on it. Why not? Go to Cincinnati. I'm going to Missouri next week anyways.
Are you going to see our boy?
I am, yeah.
There you go. So did the wife approve it? Because I feel like you've been stealing him from her lately.
Yeah, she was kind of on board with it. Like, I was like, I took time off in like April going into May. Like, are you guys free? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I was like, yeah, I'm free. I'm like, cool. Can I come down and visit there? But like, yeah, go ahead. So I'm going down to go visit the puppy.
Nice.
Well, I'm always free. Why have I gotten an invite?
I think that's your reason, Kevin.
Fair. So my answer to this question, though, before we hop into the mock draft stuff, it depends. I need a place to crash. I need someone's bed that I can hop in and share. I'm a good guest. But yeah, if you can give me a place to sleep. I don't like couches, though. They're not very comfortable. If you got a spare bed or just a bed that I can use, like, I'm there.
Would you sleep at the foot of a bed?
Yeah. No, because I don't want to get kicked in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how big the bed is.
But he has no issues with someone's foot in his face. Let's get that clear, ladies and gentlemen.
I literally just said I don't want that. But you know, like I don't know how small the bed is. If it's really small, I'll get up nice and close to someone that I'm sharing a bed with, but I don't want to get kicked.
Fair.
Oh,
we'll both answer this question.
We'll segue into the mock draft.
Mr. McCarthy. Always coming in clutch with a great segment. And Samir, the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first 2021
fucked it up already.
Korner Booth mock draft.
Hey, let's go.
Your commissioner and your host, Mr. Samir Singh. And please refer to me as Mr. for the next hour.
That's not happening.
No.
Shut up.
All right. So here we go. We're starting the mock draft. We got Kevin. We have Jared. Our the number one, number two men in the Korner Booth podcast. They're duking it out. They have their mock drafts. Are we ready to start, gentlemen? Do you want to do a coin flip to see who goes first?
Nah, allow Mr. Kevin to go first because he probably was more prepped than I was.
He deferred.
I deferred, no, because we both are making the same picks. Not like there's an advantage here.
Airtime.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing like Jared gets one, I get two. We're just doing through.
Yeah. We already went through half this shit last 2 nights ago. We were doing our rankings, so we're good.
It's Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. If it's not Trevor Lawrence, you really need to get your head checked. Like there was calls. The Jaguars took calls about him today, but they already gave him the playbook unofficially, and they've already scheduled his surgery unofficially. If that doesn't say Trevor Lawrence number one, besides the fact he's quarterback Jesus, I don't want to hear it. So it's Trevor Lawrence number one for both of us. I think we can just lock it in there.
Is quarterback Jesus based off of looks, skill, or both?
I think both. But he's not in personality because he's kind of a dick in real life. Trevor Lawrence, Jesus.
It's kind of crazy to act. We're like gonna see him in the NFL. Like,
well, I mean,
we've seen him at Clemson for so long. It feels like it wasn't ever. I don't know. He was just longer there than I don't know.
Yeah, when we talked about this on the show on Tuesday, that like when me and Kev both started at Belly Up, it was right around his freshman year. So everyone was waiting for this to happen. Now it's finally here.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see him in a uniform. I thought it was going to be the Jets the entire season, honestly.
Fair. Do you want to go too, Jared? We'll switch off.
Yeah, we'll alternate as a gentleman's agreement here. Number two, as the goddamn Jets stick to this tradition, they picked the bust of the draft here in Zach Wilson. God damn, like I want to pick the Jets. I do. And yes, Kevin does look good in that. The Hawaiian shirt and the glasses. Every undercover cop on vacation. I love it.
Excuse me, please refrain from hitting on Kevin while we do our mock draft. Thank you.
Carol,
from the commissioner himself.
Jesus Christ. We gave the intern too much power. All right. It's Zach Wilson, the bust of the draft. You know what the problem is? If Zach Wilson was drafted at 20-something, it'd be perfect. The problem is he's going to the Jets at 2. He's overvalued. It's Josh Rosen all over again, except the 3 things that everyone raves about with him only work because he was at a small school who played no Power 5 teams this year. The closest thing that played to a Power 5 team was Coastal, and Coastal beat the snot out of him. His arm is overhyped. His mobility is overhyped. His improvisation is overhyped. He plays in a loose pocket and in a tight pocket league like the NFL. It just scares the daylights out of me. He's gonna end up playing. I don't know. He's gonna have that pass rush from Buffalo come around, possibly picking up a PT or whatever the guy in Michigan's name, whose name I just butchered, or Jalen Phillips at 30, or Rousseau coming off the edge and just knocking that ball loose every time because he's not gonna be used to having both tackles like literally shoulder to shoulder with him. I just don't I hate the Zach Wilson pick, and I feel bad for the kid.
I have Penei Sewell going at 2. Look, you don't pick a bad team with a quarterback. Quarterback should be, one of the last half starters that you're trying to get for a team.
Yeah.
The Jets have so many problems. I'm already not high on Zach Wilson. If they take Zach Wilson, that everyone will be proven right because he's going to suck because they don't have they have a good receiving core, not great. They don't really have an offensive line. Their running game's not good. This team's going to be bad. Zach Wilson's confidence is going to be shot and he's going to suck.
I literally just like, I'm in shock.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, Kev, I will give you that's your first out of the box pick. I kind of went safe in this mock draft. I mean, at 4,
I did not.
Oh, I know. My first 2, I might actually switch one pick up here off my old version, but it would fuck everything up. So I'm probably not going to do that. I would tell you what I did pick at 4. 4 is where I went off the rails. I agree with the Sewell pick. You know what? It would make too much sense though because it's the goddamn Jets. So they're going to pick Zach Wilson. It's Woody Johnson. He's all about the damn ego. And Mr. McCarthy over at Around for the Weekend, by the way, check it out tomorrow at 6:30 on, of course, will be shared on the Belly Up Twitter as well as Around for the Weekend, Belly Up AFTW on Twitter. I feel bad for Ryan because he's a great guy, but the man's a damn Jets fan and he's going to be suffering again this year. So, I don't know.
How do you hate yourself enough to become a Jets fan?
I'm surprised I'm not a Jets fan with how much I hate myself.
There it is. All right, boys. So how many picks do you think we're going to make it in before Kevin makes a mom joke? That's one of the over-unders I put out.
It's going to be a top 5.
Oh, really? That's really getting ballsy. I said top 15.
I'm guessing once we get to pick 30.
Until we get to nothing will be said until we get to Mac Jones, and then I'll be screaming, "Mommy, mommy, mommy!"
Wow.
All right.
All right. 3.
All right, yeah, go,
wow.
Kevin.
All right. Third pick, Justin Fields. I'm not buying this Mac Jones smokescreen to the 49ers. I think Shanahan wants a mobile quarterback, and that's what Justin Fields gives you. You can sit him for a year to fix his throwing motion, and then once that's done, trade Jimmy G, get some more picks, and then ride off into the sunset with a good team.
Interesting. It makes sense. It's the attitude. It does the attitude change how Shanahan sees him. But it's like Shanahan, I'm sure, has spent time with him. He already has, right? So he would know.
I don't really buy that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Mac Jones. I don't think he's that bad. I mean, I do buy into his throwing motion's broken, and he wants to be a great athlete more than he wants to be a great quarterback. But he was a very successful college football quarterback. You can't do that. Well, you can't because Jamarcus Russell, but
that's also work ethic. Justin Fields clearly doesn't have that issue.
It's not a work ethic issue, so that's fine. I don't care about anything else. If you'll work relatively hard, go for it.
Fair enough. At 3, I also steer away from the Trey Lance bullshit. It's
yeah. I can't do that noise. Brad, want me to do that noise? I can't do it.
Oh my God.
What noise are you just trying to make?
Jesus Christ. You just got burned by a pastor, Kevin. How do you feel right now?
It's fine.
All right. So number 3, I'm not buying the Mac Jones hype either. I think it's all a smokescreen. Shanahan has said multiple times he wants a mobile quarterback, but I don't think it's going to be Justin Fields. I think they're going to do the 1-year thing with Jimmy G, see what he can do, see if they can drive up his trade value, and see what they got out of another North Dakota State product. It's Trey Lance. The guy has the highest upside of any quarterback in this draft. I only say that because the jump from where he is to where he could be is ridiculous compared to a Justin Fields, a Mac Jones, or a Trevor Lawrence. I think that Trey Lance, honestly, is no-brainer for him. 1, he's mobile. 2, he's tough. Mature upstairs. Kyle Shanahan offense is more convoluted than the goddamn Pythagorean theorem on steroids. I mean, the Pythagorean theorem isn't that complicated, but you know what I mean. It's like nuclear physics. That offense.
The Pythagorean theorem being complicated, that works there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing here is that Lance can sit for anywhere from 6 to 16 games, get acquainted with Raheem Mostert in that offense and George Kittle. What are the 3 things you want a young quarterback to have? A good offensive line, a good running game, and a great tight end. What are the 3 things that Niners have? Like, it's a match made in heaven for a developing quarterback. I love this pick with Trey Lance at 3. Justin Fields works too, Kev. So I do applaud that pick. I think they'll like the mobile quarterback with a good arm is definitely a good thing.
Brad, John, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at your comments right now. No one said anything in the chat since I told Carol to get in these comments, and she's still not here.
She actually was for a little bit, right?
No, she was Snapchatting me stuff. That was Brad, and I think it was Brad.
Oh, see, we got Gum Twitter out in force. What up, Gum Twitter?
Their profile pictures aren't loading, and I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah, it's whatever. All right, number 4, I'm taking lead. So number 4, this is where my draft went off the damn rails. Like anybody knows me, the mock draft is where I lose my damn mind. I had the Eagles trade up at 4 to go get Jamar Chase. I had the Patriots trade up at 4 to go get Kev's boy Mac Jones. But I ended up settling at 4 and having the Falcons saying, screw it, we'll just take the tight end, Kyle Pitts. He's the best player in the draft, in my opinion. I think he's better than Trevor Lawrence as an overall prospect. Can play wide receiver or tight end. That 4.4 speed at that 6'6", 245 frame is broken as hell. I just think the Falcons are going to take it. They can't stop anybody on defense, but hell, they're going to score a ton of points. So there you go. Kevin?
I also have Pitts. I mean, people are going to get mad. Julio's starting to slow down a bit. He's starting to get hurt more and more. They need another playmaker. And I think Kyle Pitts is the logical option because Julio's still good enough to be a starter, good enough to be one of the top wide receivers in this league. You have Calvin Ridley, who's already a top wide receiver in this league. The Hayden Hurst experiment, even though he had a career year, wasn't great. Kyle Pitts can step in as tight end 1. And I made this comparison on Tailgate on the Quad. He's also an Aaron Hernandez type, strictly on the field.
Oh, thanks for the clarification.
I love how he made that. He made that designation so fast. It wasn't even clear.
I need to be clear about this. I have to be careful making this comparison. But Kyle Pitts can line up at tight end, line up at wide receiver. Hell, if you need it, H-back, running back, it doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants on the field. And he looked phenomenal with Kyle Trask at quarterback.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Imagine what he can do with Matt Ryan.
Kyle Trask is the Kirk Cousins of college football.
Hey, don't you dare disrespect Kirk Cousins like that.
All right, fine. Mr.
God,
I wouldn't even.
Kyle Trask is the Mitch Trubisky of college football.
There it is.
More accurate.
Big money Mitch. All right. Kevin, at 5, who do you have the Bengals take if not Penei Sewell?
So this is where things get weird.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
The Bengals are in shambles. I don't think this is a good organization. So they panic that Penei Sewell's off the board. They plan on taking him. They don't necessarily want to reach on Rayshawn Slater. They go, we'll just make our star quarterback happy and take Jamar Chase. Horrible pick. It's going to be bad because Joe Burrow will be dead by week 3 again. So, but I can see the Bengals take it. Also, PFF gave me like an A+ rating on that pick, which is a horrible pick.
That's horrifying.
But I can see the Bengals doing it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the worst part of this is that I am giving the Bengals the benefit of the doubt here over a team like the Jets. I'm saying, you know what? I'm having them taking Sewell at this point. I think the GM's going to tell Joe to shut up. You have T. Higgins. They can go get a Moore or a Rashad Bateman or a Terrence Marshall in the second round. Just shut up, Joe. Ignore it. Like, let's get you blocking so you're not dead by week 4. To me, it makes way too much sense in my draft, at least having the best tackle on the board still available at 5. Just go get him. The guy can play 3 different positions on the line. Just do it. All right.
Yeah, I will jump in and say that my opinion on the Bengals is I think they should trade back because I am agreeing with Kevin, and I think Sewell will be taken by the Jets. It's a bold prediction, or it's kind of like a hot take, but I think it'll happen. And I think if that happens, they just have to get into like the position where it's like the Slater territory, and then get more assets. I think that has to be the move in if Sewell's picked.
I don't hate it either.
I debated having them trade back, but I decided not to. I just kind of figured, they're there. I don't think they're a very good organization. I can see them panicking.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I mean, if Penny Sewell is gone, is there another like top 10 talent? For,
yeah, it's Slater and Darisaw, I would say, are close.
Yeah, it's Slater, but he's projected to be later towards the 10.
Yeah.
In Darisaw was projected like 13.
I have Darisaw.
So at 5.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, so
like a bit of a stretch pick, but
yeah.
I mean, guys they've done it before. I mean, before 15. There's really not such thing as a stretch pick once you're outside the top 5.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with stretch picks, but I don't think the Bengals are a good enough organization to go, well, it's kind of a stretch, but we need this guy, so we'll take him. And also, I mean, it's number 5, so it's not a stretch pick.
Oh, obviously.
Rough Cut Sports, baby.
Hey, they're in the building finally. What's our boys? They told me they were stopping by today, so thanks, fellas, for stopping in. Our boys over there, AJ and Vinny, check out their show. They're going live at 8:30 tonight. All right.
I do like Sporms, but I hear
Jesus Christ.
I like the way you pronounce that.
Even more. So go follow at Heffernite on Twitter. Great account.
Y'all,
where was the end
of that girl? Y'all going after that girl, man. It's the worst.
Look, who runs that account? I don't know. It's a mystery. But
all right, can we move the fuck on, please, before somebody gets canceled out here? All right, we're at 7, right? Or 6?
We're at 6.
6. Okay, I'm jumping picks. 6, I have Jamar Chase. I think the Dolphins are going to do something stupid here. I think the Dolphins shouldn't take a wide receiver, but they're going to. They should wait. There's so much value. They can go get a defensive help, but they're going to take Jamar Chase here. I think the Dolphins, honestly, the smart pick would be Michael Parsons here, but because they're to replace Kyle Van Noy and actually have a good linebacker in the middle. But they're going to go Jamar Chase here. I think it's a no-brainer talent-wise, the best receiver in the draft. The 40-time shenanigans scare me a little bit, but like honestly, he's still the best physical receiver in the draft, so I don't care. Kevin?
Hang on. I was told someone's in the comments, but I don't see it.
I might interject here, and I just want to point out to the audience that Jared does have his new 2-monitor setup going today, and he's looking pretty official with the hat. He looks like a real GM.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Put my GM hat on, baby.
He's in the war room.
Number 6, I have Smitty. You get to us some weapons. Get the Alabama connection. Jared, get that look off your face. He's the first fucking wide receiver to win the Heisman. I don't care that he's 166.
It's not the weight, Kevin. I just thought they would draft somebody a little. They would just not like they try to trade back if they're going to go get Smitty. Because Smitty, honestly, going before 15.
Well, guess what? You're the only one. A lot of people have him going earlier.
Oh no, I know, but like the way this draft's going to fall, a lot of guys are going to fall. And it's going to be weird. So. All right. I do see them taking Smitty. I do get the connection with Tua. It's a good idea. 4th and 26 reunite. All right. Number 7, Kevin.
Look, you got a new sports car. Not really a sports car. A beat-up sports car in the garage that can't really run very well in Jared Goff. You want to get him some weapons to make him look a little better than he actually is. So you go out and get a speedster. A guy can do everything. You get Jalen Waddle at 7.
Oh, wow. 3 receivers in a row. Interesting.
Carol
Very
Jordan
interesting.
There you go.
Also, dedication to the corner booth. Watching it from a bar right now.
There you go.
Wow.
Future wife material right there.
Just not hiding it at all. All right.
I literally proposed to her early today. It's fine.
Kevin, you have a problem. Stop doing that.
Dude, that's like 2 different women in like 3 months.
Yes.
All right. Number 7 on Micah Parsons, the best defensive player on the board right now. I think that the Lions, big Danny Muscles over there in Detroit, want to get somebody to help that defense out. I think they're going to wait on weapons because they can go get them later in the draft. But a guy like Parsons sitting at 7, they have to go get him. Downhill, solid running back. They want the whole sideline to sideline feel of like a Fred Warner or a Devin White. Parsons on tape fits that bill. I think it's definitely a Detroit pick to actually make a smart defensive pickup for once, not just take a wide receiver for the 50th time.
Before I get on my pick, we're going to address these comments as we go. We're probably going late tonight, boys.
Oh, obviously. I was waiting for it.
Samir, you're a Giants fan. How do you feel about Smitty to New York?
Absolutely amazing. If that happened, I'd be happy about it. We have other holes to fill, but if we really just decide to load up on weapons, I would not have an issue with that.
I mean, Dimes will throw 55 interceptions anyway, so what the fuck's the point?
I don't see it happening. How easy to be there. And also Brad.
Wow. And was it? And how did you respond to that?
Sweet Jesus.
I mean, maybe get rid of the mommy part, but
yeah.
Y'all
Look,
on Gump Twitter are wild animals, man. Shit.
I have an opinion about why it would work, but I'm not here to air out other people's trauma. So we'll move on. Also, John has some opinions. Also, John, the Cruise Control podcast intern this summer.
Hey, there we go. Congratulations, John.
Congratulations,
welcome to the amazing circus that is Belly Up Sports. Samir, how do you like being an intern here?
I love it, but he's gonna have to pull up to Connecticut, and we're gonna have to duke it out.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God!
Just for honor's sake.
Because Cruz would definitely be the one to set up intern bum fights. Let's do this. All right. It's at 8. This
Cruz
is where
Michael Vick of Belly Up.
At 8. Jesus Christ!
Do we have to have his dog Mac on?
Stop! He did not name his dog Mac.
Lord.
It's named after Mac Miller, not Mac Jones, by the way.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
Sweet Lord.
Oh.
Samir, man, you are just getting drunk with power right now, aren't you? Just
he's underage, better than actual drunk.
Yeah, fair enough. Number 8. This is where I got weird. I have the Panthers have an aggressive owner. Matt Rule's an aggressive coach, and they have a new GM. Sam Darnold's contract's up in the air. They picked up the option for this year, but there's no talks about re-signing him yet. Give me Justin Fields at 8. I've heard this from 2 different NFL insiders now, Schrager and I think it was Barrett, one of the guys at Fox Sports. No, at NFL Network. But they said, don't be surprised if Fields goes at 8. They love the idea. They think they can make him sit behind Darnold. If Darnold struggles right away, then they have an easy out with Justin Fields. They have McCaffrey back. They're going to probably draft a receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round as well. Robbie Anderson would love the move as well. Justin Fields, I think, just makes sense for them. Why not? Because, I mean, yeah, they're staring down the barrel with a couple other weapon problems, but they can also address those later in the draft. If Justin Fields falls to them at 8, it's a no-brainer to me.
You don't trade for a rental unless you're giving up like a 5th-round pick or later. So there... I also, rough cut. I also think if, depending on how things are going, if Fields is still there, another team might try to trade up before 8. What is one thing that the Panthers have been missing?
A tight end.
Defense. More generically, they've been missing defense. They need a leader on that defense. They have not had one since Luke Kuechly left. So they're taking Micah Parsons. Big body guy, can play downhill. Pass coverage is questionable at best, but he's a playmaker. He can do things for them.
I can see that. I think I'm more with the Micah Parsons than the Justin Fields, but it just seems far-fetched to me. But Jared has his reasons, and maybe it'll happen.
I mean, I'm also insane.
Feel bad for Darnold if that happens.
I mean, I'm also insane. If you haven't figured that out by now, you really need to get with the program.
It's part of the shtick of the show.
It's also who I am as a person. So yeah, no, I mean the Fields thing makes so much sense. If I hear Peter Schrager say it on McAfee and be like, "Yeah, guys, like listen, like there's a lot of like smell about this, like there's some smoke here," I gotta believe there's something right. There's another pick I have later in the draft that might make Kevin do a backflip out of his chair. So that's the one I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. But
number 9.
Yeah. Let's go.
My number 9 pick, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it to them.
Yeah.
The Drew Lock experiment is over. The man can't hit the broadside of a barn. He might be able to throw it out a mile high, but he can't hit a receiver 2 yards downfield. I don't want him. I don't think John Elway wants him. Mac Jones to Denver. All those
Same
weapons, that mountain air, dude's going to sling the ball. He's going to be rookie of the year if Denver gets him.
Yeah, I had Mac Jones at 9-2 as well. I think big, strong arm quarterback. It literally sounds like, oh my God, a John Elway pick. But for once, he actually hits the target because he gets his boy Jerry Jeudy back. He also gets KJ Hamler and I think Courtland Sutton, Tim Patrick, and the boy Noah Fant, Melvin Gordon, Royce Freeman. That's a loaded offense. You give Mac Jones that Ferrari, he's going to win Rookie of the Year. So I completely agree with Kevin here. Good pick, Kevin.
Any other quarterback, I feel like they have a good year in Denver.
I swear to God, Drew Lock needs to get like Jameis surgery because I swear he's blind. Number 10, the Dallas Cowboys take Patrick Surtain and unite him with Trayvon Diggs, the battle of the flawed corners. I talked about this on Kev's show. Check it out, by the way, Tailgate in the Quad, new episode, and I'm featured, I think, on next week's, I believe.
Yeah, you're next week's.
I said the one thing about Surtain that scares me is his ball skill. Kevin said on the point, ball skills are fucking terrible. So there's going to be a lot of moss, a lot of him getting burnt. His 40 time was okay. It's a little better than usual for like a big physical corner like Surtain. I just don't trust the kid. I'm getting a lot of D Milliner vibes, and that's what scares me, I guess. So.
Yeah, every corner has to have really good ball skills. You know what I mean?
And there's Pat with his comment for the pick.
That's what we have Pat here for, baby. I also have Patrick Surtain at 10 to the Cowboys. He, regardless of my opinions on him, he is the best corner available.
Yes.
And I said this on me and Jared's episode of Tailgate on the Quad. I'll come out. Tailgate on the Quadcast is what I was told to refer to this as from now on, by the way. Wow. Sorry. Yeah, his ball skills are questionable, but he can cover anyone. He's strong enough. He's fast enough. He can do whatever you want. Just once the ball's thrown to him, it's questionable. But still best available. Cowboys need help on defense. They're going to take him.
Oh, yeah. I just think it makes way too much sense. And I mean, him and Trayvon Diggs played together in, 2019. Honestly, I think he's not going to be a bad corner, but his ceiling's the number 2. He's never going to be a primary shutdown guy. So, all right. Number 11, Kevin. Who do you have the Giants taking? Samir, brace.
Rayshawn Slater.
Same here.
Offensive tackle, Northwestern. Their franchise player, and it's not a quarterback, which is weird. Their franchise player in Saquon Barkley just shredded his knee. You got to protect this guy. You got to give him space to get out and do what he can do. Mm-hmm. So Rayshawn Slater is the best offensive lineman on the board. So they're going to go grab him.
I have Rayshawn Slater for the same reason. I think that they need to figure out something because between Philly's D-line, DeMarcus Lawrence, and that monstrosity that they call the Washington football team defensive line led by Chase Young, Daniel Dimes might be in a body cast by the end of the year if they don't figure something out to block for him. So that's an obvious, easy pick for me. And number 12 with my Philadelphia Eagles, I had them trading up in 3 different mock drafts of 3 different positions, and I ended up settling for saying, like, you know what, Howie's going to trade up later in the draft to go get defensive help, at least in my opinion here. So at 12, I have them taking another speedster, this one who actually is the fastest guy in this class. Jalen Waddle at 12 fits the bill for Philadelphia. Stocky, short, runs great routes, explosive as hell. They'll take him over Smitty in my draft only because in Sirianni's offense, Sirianni likes the short guys who can run underneath and get a lot of explosive yards after catch. I think, honestly, it's a coin flip between him and Smitty. I think Smitty's a great route runner and explosive as hell, too. I just think they like Waddle a little better, at least that's what I've heard out of my Philadelphia guys. So, Jalen Waddle, 12. Kevin?
I feel like you did this whole mock draft just to get Jalen Waddle to the Eagles.
No, because I flipped the coin, honestly, for this one.
So, with all the receivers off the board, there might be kind of a reach here to get a linebacker or a cornerback. I have the Eagles trading back. Again, the Eagles trade to 15. Patriots give up 15, a second, and a fourth next year. Pats get 12 and take Trey Lance to be their quarterback one of the future. Learn behind Cam a little bit for a couple games before Cam sucks. Look at who their offense coordinator is. Josh McDaniels likes mobile quarterbacks, and he's going to be their next head coach, so it makes sense to grab a quarterback who can learn a bit under Belichick and then transition into McDaniels.
I like that pick as well, too. I mean, I also feel like if the Eagles trade back again, Howie Roseman's office might get burnt to the ground, so that might be a terrifying experience. 13. Who do you got the Chargers taking?
They have to keep their franchise quarterback upright. I have them taking Christian Darrisaw.
Same here.
OT Virginia Tech. I mean, he's the best player on the board.
I think so too. The one thing that Darrisaw scares me is he does get beat by speed rushers a lot. But I think at least for what he's the best player available on the board at this point. I don't think a lot of people saw Slater falling to 11 like we did. I just think there's a lot of teams going to make weird picks here. I have one at 16. It's going to scare a lot of people. I love Darrisaw, honestly, for that offensive line. The biggest problem the Chargers have had since like 2017 is they have no blocking on the left side.
If that pick pans out, I might like them to win the division. I'll be completely honest.
I would too.
Because the Raiders defense is scary, and hopefully they all are healthy.
Well, if Derwin James plays more than 4 games, they're automatically a playoff team.
Yeah, absolutely. That guy's a beast, but no one knows it because he's always gone.
It's crazy. Like he literally has like Derrick Rose knees. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, at 14, I have the Vikings making the first dumb pick of the draft. They reach on a safety. They go get Trayvon Moehrig out of TCU. No tackles are there. They thought Darrisaw would fall to them. He's not there. They don't want to. They can't get a trade back, so they take a safety to replace Harrison Smith. And Anthony Harris, who is now a Philadelphia Eagle.
I don't hate it. However, I have them sticking with offensive line. I have them taking Elijah Vera Tucker at a USC. Try and transition him out of offensive guard, kind of center to more tackle role, or move one of your guards outside who can make that transition. Also, Coke Zero and Whiskey Baby. And I don't know. I think he's on vacation.
That's also a lighter. That's a lighter fluid combo right there. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Does that come with antacid or?
No. Look, I gotta get the COVID vaccine tomorrow. I want to be fucked up for that. So yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker to Minnesota at 14.
All right, I respect. I think like the Vikings are gonna panic when Darrisaw comes off the board. 15. Your Patriots. What do you got, Kevin? Actually, no. This is the Eagles at this point.
The Eagles, there's still no wide receivers at 15.
I would take Bateman at 15.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles would.
True.
Because he's like a 20s pick, and at this point, Howie's freaking out for his job. He can't trade back again, and he couldn't take anywhere earlier. So it's a slight reach, but not really. Some consider him the best linebacker in this class. The Eagles take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah out of Notre Dame to solidify that linebacking core and kind of make sure the defense is good so Jalen Hurts doesn't have to throw them out of games.
Okay, so I was a little scared about who the hell you're going to give my boys. I love this pick. Honestly, if this is what happens, this scenario, I'm not mad because I know how you'd be that big of a jackass to trade up into the back end of the first round or in the early second and go get a Terrence Marshall or a Rashad Bateman or a Tooney out of Florida, at least to, like, you know, give Jalen more weapons. But I love this pick for Joker. He is just so much fun to watch. Him and Alex Singleton together in the same linebacking core is terrifyingly awesome. Because Singleton plays at 3,000 miles an hour, and so does this guy. I love it. It's just that's a fast linebacking core. I love
also, Koramoah is very versatile. If they need a little safety out too, they can put him back there for
like a striker back. I love it.
Yeah, and I think that will probably be his role for a while because he's not quite big enough yet to play linebacker in the NFL.
I haven't gone to Washington, but yeah, no, I love it. At 15, I have your Patriots taking Devontae Smith. They're not going to get the quarterback they want, at least in this round. They might go get a Kellen Mond later. This way, they get a weapon of the future. They get a guy who's available right now, who's going to play, who McDaniels, like Steve Sarkisian, can use to keep him mobile, keep him moving, utilize his elite route running skills, and utilize his speed and his natural gifts and get him open. If there was a team that could make Devontae Smith a Rookie of the Year candidate year one, it's New England Patriots. I think it's a perfect fit for him. Also, Cam Newton might actually have somebody throw the ball who runs a faster 40 time than me, Kevin, and Pat.
Nut. I would lose it if
I know you would.
Ends up in New England.
That would be amazing. I'd be happy for you, Kevin.
That's not even the first mock draft I've seen. I had him fall in New England twice. So did Schrager. No, not Schrager. Schrager had them trading up to 12 to get him, and the Eagles trading back as well. So, don't be surprised if Devontae Smith's wearing navy and red by the end of the season. I mean, by the beginning of the season. I would love that. For him and for you too.
I'd be so happy.
I need a new wide receiver to constantly root for since Jules is gone, so please.
All right. Y'all ready for my number 16 pick? All right, this one's going to be a doozy. All right. So I heard a couple rumors from multiple NFL people on Twitter, and then also that came on shows. There is a real thing that the Cardinals may go running back first round. And with the 16th, and they love, for some reason, there is something about going and getting, because Waddle and Smith are off the board. I've heard wide receiver, I've heard tackle. I don't know. The thing that Peter Schrager dropped on McAfee today, and I heard this from a couple other people as well in mock drafts. I've read like 40 in the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, I think a little frazzled. Najee Harris out of Alabama going to Arizona. Now, I want you to consider this offense here. Kevin's just going to start drinking.
It's such a bad pick.
I know it's a horrible pick, but it's such an Arizona Cardinals pick. Najee Harris, Kyler Murray in the backfield, Hop, AJ Green, and Christian Kirk out wide. It's not a bad move because they can get a tight end in the second round. They're not getting Kyle Pitts there. There's no real tackles available until almost like 29-30. And I mean, unless they want to reach on a Owasu Karamoa or J.C. Horn or even a Barrymore out of Alabama, it's really kind of just like, just let it roll. Like take Najee Harris. I like the move for them. I think they're picking him way too early.
Yeah, it's early. I think they can trade back for him. Upon second thought, it's not a horrible pick. I mean, he would be the starter over Chase Edmonds, James Conner, Jonathan Ward, and Eno Benjamin. But I don't know. I feel like they could get more. And I love Najee, but I feel like they could get more value by trading back and taking him later.
I think the only reason they wouldn't trade back is because at 24, the Steelers will take Najee Harris if he's available. I think they're going to panic and not take him and then try to take like a tackle or something. A little draft preview there. All right, 17. Who do you have?
I need to give my 16 pick.
Oh, my bad. All right, I'm jumping ahead already.
They need edge help. They need someone to package a little bit with Chandler Jones. So they're going to take Kwity Paye. He's the best guy available at this position.
See, I would flip, but nobody's going to see the Jalen Phillips thing yet.
Not so fast, my friend. Just wait.
I have what I will say about the ETN or not the ETN pick, the Najee Harris pick is that I do personally believe in Chase Edmonds as a legitimate running back one. I think he has the talent to be an effective running back one, especially in the Kingsbury scheme. So I think there's value in going for not a running back.
No, I understand that. I mean, the reason I looked at it was because one, I like the way Schrager talked about it. I was like, oh boy, there must be some smoke about this. Two, it makes a lot of sense, at least in Cliff Kingsbury's eyes, guys. We're gonna have to score. They're gonna have to score a ton of points. They're gonna get a pass rush, and also a guy like Rousseau might be there in the second round. Also, Quincy Roche later in the draft. There's a couple other guys. The guy at Penn State could be there early second round as well. There's a lot of pass rushers who are going to be available later in the draft. I mean, at least in the second round. Go get the running back now before Pittsburgh grabs him. That was my idea.
Fair. Number 17 to the Las Vegas Raiders. I have them taking J.C. Horn.
Okay.
Get a little help on that secondary. He's the best corner available. There's some argument between him and Farley, but I think it's J.C. Horn. I think this makes sense for them because their offense is reasonably well set. They have a decent receiving core. Their offensive line was one of the best last season in the country. They have good running backs. They have Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake now. They have Darren Waller. Derek Carr, as much as I have bought into the John Gruden does not love him, he's a competent NFL quarterback at worst. So they don't, and there's no quarterbacks to be taken here. So I think they're going to go J.C. Horn, get that secondary some help.
See, at 7, I love the Horn pick. I think J.C. Horn's the best corner in this class, in my opinion, at least overall, like down the road. The guy's basically a keep to lead, but he's faster. At least his player type is. At 17, I got Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. They lose Rodney Hudson, and they lose Trent Brown. They need to get offensive line help. And if he's sitting there at 17, it's a no-brainer for John Gruden. If he misses this pick, he just has completely lost all credibility intelligence-wise. I think Elijah Vera Tucker makes way too much sense to keep Derek Carr upright. I think they may go get like a Kellen Mond in the second round anyway because they got to create quarterback controversy out there in Las Vegas. So give me Vera Tucker at 17. All right, 18. I have my first trade finally. I have the Dolphins and the Colts swapping picks with the 21st and then the 165th, and I think I have one next year as well. I have the Colts trading up to get Rashad Bateman. I love this guy's tape. I love his tape. I love how explosive and big and physical he is. They got a new quarterback who loves to throw the ball deep to big receivers. And I also think Michael Pittman's a fucking joke. So Rashad Bateman, he is a faster, leaner version, and he can run more routes. I think this is where he falls at 18. The Colts get a big guy to go with Pascal and one more year of T.Y. Hilton. Pittman can be, the J.J. Arcega-Whiteside of their motley crew of receivers. I just think it makes way too much sense for them to trade up because also you got possibly Washington sniffing around for receiver, and Bateman definitely seems like somebody they go for to go with Samuel in the slot and McLaurin out on that one side. So I definitely think Bateman at 18, getting around the Washington and the Chicago, who also is looking for a receiver, picks makes total sense to me.
Cool. I like it.
Kevin doesn't smoke. Kevin doesn't actually smoke weed, so that's the best part.
I do not smoke the devil's lettuce. I just drink heavily.
I participate.
Would you eat the devil's lettuce?
Yeah, I have. Not a fan. I don't. I just don't like
Kevin,
it. Okay. I drink heavily. I take after my mama. It's fine.
Kevin, did you see?
We made it to 21.
My top 10.
We are not at 21. We are at 18, pal.
19. Close up.
We're at 18, pal.
All right, sorry.
Kevin, did you see that video of they asked the Celtics players what food they would never eat, and then Robert Williams just was like, lettuce. He was like, I can't eat lettuce.
I love Robert Williams. Also, speaking of the Celtics, Brad, I will never do cocaine because of Len Bias. Rip in peace. Number 18. My man doesn't have to move far. Jalen Phillips, edge out of Miami to the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, I love that. He stays in the same city. I'm all for it. I've said this 1,000 times, Kevin. You know I think he's the best edge rusher in the draft. So,
and then 19. The Washington football team is going to keep building up that defense. They're going to take Caleb Farley, Virginia Tech corner.
Ooh, oh man,
there you go. For me, I have Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah coming here. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna drop a little bit because of the weight. I think Washington's gonna hey, let's get a good linebacker to go with that front four, a speedy boy to go along with that defense. I think it makes total sense to him. So I love that pick as well. All right, at 20, I have J.C. Horn coming off the board here to Chicago. I think once Bateman's off the board, they're like, all right, it's too high to take Elijah Moore or Terrence Marshall. So they're going to go take the best player available, which is J.C. Moore, in my opinion. I actually got an ape for this on Pro Football Focus, so I was pretty hyped about that.
He really went at that Coke Zero.
Yo, he is loving that Coke Zero right now. It's probably 45% or 60% whiskey, and the rest of it is Coke Zero and a little bit of water.
No, my father told me I had to stop getting as drunk as I do on these things.
Oh, come on, Steve. That's what we love it.
Yikes.
He legitimately yelled at me for that once. It was awkward.
Was that the legendary Allman Brothers Leonard Skinner episode?
No, it wasn't.
Where Samir almost got shot?
Yeah, I mean,
Kev, that Coke Zero is you're like Winnie the Pooh, and that Coke Zero is like your honey. You're just jumping in trees for it.
Just like Winnie the Pooh. Kev might not be wearing pants right now. We don't know.
Good point. Just like Winnie the Pooh. True.
Oh, he's going to show.
Don't feel fetish.
Oh, he got sweats on.
Oh, nice.
I wear pants on these. Don't worry.
Good.
Spotify wants to come on and talk about his small hands. We'll have him on after the mock draft.
There you go. All right. All right, Kevin, who do you have at 20?
20. He has fallen hard on my draft board.
Wow.
The Chicago Bears get their quarterback in Zach Wilson.
Wow.
Bold.
I completely forgot he was still on the board because Kevin
he fell hard.
Holy shit.
And you know what? Mitch Trubisky 2.0.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would love that.
Oh, I feel so bad for him, though, because he replaces this guy who's basically his prototype. Oh, my God. That's hysterical. Kevin, you're an evil genius.
That might be one of the hottest takes I've heard you say in a while.
Oh, just wait till we get to the Jets pick.
Stop.
Just wait.
Jesus. Kevin's watching them burn right now.
Jared, you gave your 20th pick too, right?
Yeah, I had J.C. Horn.
Okay, I just want to make sure. 21, I also have the Colts taking Rashad Bateman here, like Jared did, but he had them trade up for him. I just have them taking him at their original spot.
Fair enough. Also, your draft is literally a thing of nightmares, so I don't want to talk about it right now.
It's a thing of beauty.
Listen, my original draft would have had you screaming upside down because I had like some crazy shit happen. I had the Patriots giving up half the farm to trip to 4 to get Mac Jones.
Look, I'd be
happy. It's weird to think any situation you put Kevin in has him screaming upside down.
You'd be surprised. No, my original draft, my one that I was going to go with until PFF deleted it was I had the Patriots of 4 taking what's his face? I had Mac Jones. I had the Eagles trading up to 8 and getting Jamar Chase because he would fall past. For some reason, Micah Parsons to Detroit makes so much sense to me. I don't know why. All right, 21, Kevin. You already made your pick. So for me, I have the Miami Dolphins here after that quick swap. I'm taking Christian Barmore out of Alabama, the best defensive tackle in the draft and a very weak D tackle draft, but I think he's a great player. This gets some interior help. Makes way too much sense to me. He's the best player available on the board by a mile. So
I don't have any comments on that. I mean, I think it's a good pick for them.
22, I have out of Northwestern, Greg Newsome II. By the way, this dude's tape is phenomenal, by the way. You want to watch a fun cornerback who just makes great plays and is physical? Greg Newsome fits the bill. To replace Adoree Jackson. Sorry, wow, I don't know why I said Jenkins. Adoree Jackson, Greg Newsome fits it perfectly. I think for Tennessee and Mike Vrabel, it's a perfect number 1 corner. I love the move here. He does everything well. There's no real flaw to his game. He's not the best cover guy, he's not the best zone guy, he's not the best run stopper, but he does everything like at a B+ to A- level. And to me, that's a great cornerback to have, at least as your number 2.
Fair at 22. It's kind of a reach, but I have been taking Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss.
Okay.
They're trying to get that kind of action that Atlanta has with Calvin Ridley and Julio. They're trying to get that with A.J. Brown and Elijah Moore. They need wide receiver help outside of A.J. Brown. I think it'll work out well. Take some pressure off Derrick Henry so he can eat.
Fair enough. All right. 23. Kev, who did the goddamn Jets take?
So the Jets I had taking Penei Sewell earlier. They need a quarterback.
Oh, no!
The Jets reach hard and take Kyle Trask out of Florida.
Oh, amazing.
Of the future.
I love we had the Curb Your Enthusiasm being teed up, too. Oh, my God.
That would be beautiful.
I think Kevin
this happened so bad.
I know. I think Kevin thinks we actually live in a sitcom because holy fuck, if that happens, I give up. I will literally, all my Jets fan friends, Mike Benson, if you're listening, Ryan McCarthy, all of you, I will buy you all a 6-pack of beer to console your sorrows the day after the first round. Because holy fuck, if y'all draft Kyle Trask, I'm out. Y'all done. Y'all done.
Yeah.
Y'all done. Just kick out Woody Johnson. Just make him
The
die.
Jets will be too.
Oh my God. Kyle Trask is so bad. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta rekindle myself. I do have the Jets reaching here too. I have them taking Walker Little out of Stanford and not taking Tevin Jenkins, which I think is hysterical. But Walker, they're going, oh, Pac-12 guard to be great. Stanford always makes good tackles. I think they're going to reach on the wrong guy, just like the Eagles did with Andre Dillard 2 years ago. So a little shot at Howie Roseman there. So, I have them take Walker Little out of Stanford. And, 24, the Steelers panic, realize that Najee Harris ain't there, realize it's way too early to take Travis Etienne. So they go and get Tevin Jenkins at Oklahoma State. Jenkins is a big, strong dude, but I've also seen dudes just eat him alive off the edge. So he's going to be I kind of see I'm getting a very DJ Flowers kind of, Eric Flowers kind of vibe off the edge. Like he's going to have to go to guard at some point. I don't know. He feels like he's going to have to get some work done. Kevin, you have a question in the chat in the comments.
What did I say about Elijah Moore? I said he played well at Ole Miss. Actually, I've said that before. I didn't say that now. But the Titans are going to try and get that Atlanta Falcons, Julio, Calvin Ridley kind of thing going with A.J. Brown and Elijah Moore. Might it work out? Might it not? But who cares? It gives him a pass catcher, and it will allow Derrick Henry to eat.
Kevin, who you have at 24?
Najee Harris. He's still on the board. It makes sense for the Steelers. Can do whatever you ask him. He can block, he can pass catch, he can run hard, he can run with finesse. He's a leader too, which is something I feel the Steelers have not had for a while. Mike Tomlin's not a leader. I don't know if Big Ben's a leader. It's Najee Harris can do whatever you ask of him, and he's a phenomenal player, and I love him. And I hate the fact that I have him going to the Steelers.
Just like Mac Jones going to the Broncos, man. You were just having a rough day. You were just having a rough day.
But it makes sense.
The only thing would be worse is the Eagles and then the Dolphins take Smitty. Like just all teams you dislike take like Alabama players. 25. Who do you got?
Samuel Cosme out of Texas. Offensive tackle to the Jaguars. Keep Trevor Lawrence upright. I know it's a hot take having a tackle, a rookie tackle and a rookie quarterback, but I think he's athletic. He's big, but he's not massive, so he can move. I think it'll help because you're going to need screens and outside runs and stuff like that to help get Trevor Lawrence's confidence up. I debated having Travis Etienne going here, by the way, but it didn't make sense to me.
I had them taking him, but in round 2. That's why I thought it was hysterical. Because I think he's going to fall that far. So with me at 25, I have my second trade of the day. I have the Green Bay Packers trading up ahead of the Browns, Ravens, and Saints with the Jaguars to select not a wide receiver like Elijah Moore or Terrence Marshall. No, they go get defensive help to replace Kevin King. They go get Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech just to piss off Packers fans more. Because, Green Bay's front office, just has to prove once and for all that Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback in the league by a goddamn mile. And they'll win a division. They'll make it to the championship game, get smacked by whatever upstart team the NFC is the team that year, and then that team will lose in the Super Bowl to an AFC team. So that's how it's going to go again. It's for the third year in a row. So there you go. The Packers make it a three-peat. They pull an Eagles. They do it.
Just snuff a cigarette out in Aaron Rodgers at this point, Green Bay.
I think it's just too much fun. I had to do this. And I'm gonna hear this from Savannah. I'll probably get a text from Savannah if she watches this. Just be like, "The fuck, dude, really?" Oh my god. I'm sorry. The Packers front office to me is just a fucking comedy skit.
True.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin.
Who do you have the Browns taking at 26, Jared?
Oh, Kwity Paye out of Michigan. I think they're going to pick the wrong edge rusher here. I think edge rushers for some reason are going to fall in this draft for no fucking reason. Kwity Paye, I think they're going to have him as a good rotation with Jurassic Miles, Jadavion. I take 5 plays off every 4. Clowney and Kwity Paye. That's a great defensive line. They're going to add to whatever they got right there.
I don't hate it. I I think edge is not a definite here because they just signed Jadeveon Clowney. They have Myles Garrett. I'm not sure, but I don't hate the move. I have them taking Christian Barmore to solidify that defensive line with Clowney and Garrett on the outside.
They did just cut Sheldon Richardson too, so that makes a lot of sense.
And then 27, I have the Ravens taking Kadarius Toney out of Florida.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
He can do a lot. He had an okay season, but with the now Jets starting quarterback of the future, Kyle Trask. So whatever he did is impressive regardless. Just because of who his quarterback was, he can catch screens and go deep. He can run routes. He can do whatever you ask of him. So I think that will help Lamar Jackson kind of become a better passer.
Fair enough. At 27, I have the Ravens taking the only one of the few receivers I would love for Philly to pick up in the second round if they go defense like Kevin thinks. Terrence Marshall Jr. Dude is a big physical speedster. It's great. And I watched his tape again this morning while I was supposed to be working. And shout out to Marie's Movers. Terrence Marshall Jr. put up 13 touchdowns in a year where there was Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase in the same field as him. Dude's big, he's physical, high points the ball well, accelerates so quickly out of a catch. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers in the draft. I think at 27 for the Ravens is no-brainer. Get Lamar a big weapon that can run. But if you let him fall to 37 and Philly to take him, that'd be great too.
There. It's a good pick. I'm there. I'm with it.
I think he's the Chase Claypool of this draft.
Ooh, interesting comparison.
That is my sleeper pick for wide receiver. I think this dude's gonna be a freak. I love to. Oh, by the way, Kevin made me go back and check out Tooney's tape. I will stand corrected. Tooney is going to be a great receiver in this draft.
Lamar can't throw it that far though. That's the problem.
Facts. So Terrence Marshall's gonna have to make a lot of quick slants, but it's all right. He's 6'3". Who cares?
Kyle, come on!
Damn! Just coming for the haymaker. Woo.
Blow, blow, blow.
Is he talking about Tooney or Marshall? Because they're both SEC receivers.
Marshall. I'm pretty sure he opted out like the week of the Bama game.
Yeah, who cares? It's LSU's a joke of a program right now anyway.
Watch Sanctioned University, baby.
Oh my God, they're the fucking worst. All right, at 28, I got the Saints Cruises boys taking Elijah Moore out of Mississippi State, out of Ole Miss. I think Moore's going to fall a little bit. I think Marshall's obviously a better receiver in my book. I think Kevin thinks obviously otherwise. I like Elijah Moore's tape. I just think he fits perfectly with the fact that they don't know what the hell they're going to do at receiver this year. Elijah Moore's a nice, reliable target, runs great routes. He's got good speed. He's a good fit for them at 28. I think it's going to help Taysom or Jameis, whoever the fuck's starting for them. So,
Cruz is down very bad. Don't show this to Kaylee. I think if you get a wide receiver for a quarterback who can't hit him open, it doesn't matter how good the wide receiver is.
True.
If you have a good defense, it doesn't matter you have a quarterback. They can keep you in games. I have the Saints taking Zaven Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa.
Okay.
I think he can help solidify that defense a bit more. It was good last year, but I think he will help this team a lot. He will keep games close, and he's going to ball out.
I love it. At 29, who do you got?
Apparently, I'm just making up players now.
Listen, he doesn't do that until he gets the Madden franchise, guys. Come on.
Hey, Jameis can. He led the league in passing touchdowns a couple years ago. People forget that.
Yeah.
Also led the league.
I'm a Jameis believer. I believe.
I am too, actually, which is embarrassing to say, but like I am a firm believer he's going to come out and just chucking darts this year.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Scott.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Jameis Winston.
That's my motto whenever I'm sliding to Carol's DMs, let's be honest. So, for years, the Packer faithful have heard or have complained that they're not taking skill positions for Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
They need to catch. They need to draft a pass catcher. They need someone to take attention off Devontae Adams. So the Green Bay Packers are going to cuck all of them and take Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma State.
Sweet baby. Sweet baby Jesus. Just stop. Just stop. I mean,
there were three options I had here. The three players I debated putting here were Tevin Jenkins, obviously, Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State.
Oh my God.
Right. And Kellen Mond, just
with Big Bob Tunyon. Oh God, no! I couldn't stand for that blasphemy. I like, you know what the best part is? The fact is, like, as much as being an Eagles fan can be a joke, at least in these recent times, our drafting strategy is still better than the goddamn Packers, which makes me so happy. At least in one day a week. But yeah, but we actually draft players that help us most of the time.
It's guess what? The Packers made it to the playoffs this year.
But they have the curse. They're never going to make it past the NFC title game. It's Aaron Rodgers is like lot in life. He's going to get stuck there every year. If you play the Packers,
a lot of teams would take an NFC title game appearance.
See, no, honestly, they have never won a Super Bowl. We've won one, and now
this guy wins a Super Bowl a couple years ago and starts talking a big
base
game
of all time.
Wow.
I love it. I will stand on that damn hill.
Against one of Tom Brady's best games.
Eagles fans are like Clemson fans.
Whoa. Easy. Easy.
They're new money, but they like to act like they're old money.
I'll still take that, honestly. Just don't call us Florida State fans. At least we have a brain cell still. At 29, I have the Jaguars now trading with the Packers, taking Elijah Molden out of Washington. Washington produces defensive backs like a goddamn factory, and they need safety help badly. I think they'll get Kevin's boy, the tackle, whose name I can never pronounce correctly, in the second round. So give me them taking Elijah Molden here. He's the best defensive back on the board. So
what tackle?
The kid out of Texas.
Oh, Cosme?
Yeah. I haven't fallen in the second round anyway. A lot of mock drafts do. So I'm like, all right, Jags might get him in the second round. So why might I get a safety here?
Fair.
All right, 30. I got the Buffalo Bills loading up that D-line, taking my boy out of the U, Jalen Phillips, the best edge rusher in this draft by a mile, in my opinion. Dude's motor does not stop. Ran a 4.6 40, by the way. Like, what the shit? Like, if you couldn't love this guy anymore, he just shows up and runs like a tight end 40 at that size. It's ridiculous. Go watch his game against Clemson. The stats aren't there, but watching him beat like SEC level offensive lineman is impressive. I think he's gonna fit right home in Buffalo. He's mean, he's nasty, he hits like a bat out of hell. Jalen Phillips to Buffalo is a match made in hell for any AFC East team. Kevin, who do you got at 30?
The defense is good enough. I'm not concerned. What's the one thing the offense needs?
A fucking running back.
Travis Etienne, number 30 to the Buffalo Bills.
I love that pick too. I can't complain about it.
It takes some pressure off of Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Let the man run. See what he can do.
I love that pick. I think that last year in the playoffs, watching them try to run the ball without Zach Moss was like a fucking torture film. I'm like, this is awful. Devin Singletary is the most like, I saw a graphic today. It's like, what's the worst starting running back in the league? And they said it was Tevin Coleman for the Jets. I'm like, no, it's Devin Singletary up in Buffalo because he can catch the ball. That's no question. But the dude running between the tackles, it's like torture for somebody who loves watching running backs work. So
yeah, he runs through the tackles like someone who played rugby.
Facts. All right, Kev, who do you have the Chiefs taking at 31?
The Chiefs need to rebuild that offensive line. They're letting guys walk. But they also need a personality guy. They need a guy who's likable. Who's fun.
I know where this is going.
They don't have any fun players that the rest of the league likes. Everyone hates Travis Kelce. People don't like Patrick Mahomes because he's good. I don't think he's a bad person. Tyreek Hill is a scumbag who beats pregnant women. So fuck that guy. They're going to take Landon Dickerson, a guy who can play starting center.
Going in the third round.
But also a guy who's very likable.
So they're basically going to pull a Travis Frederick here and go get a center like 2 rounds too early.
Landon Dickerson, if he didn't tear his ACL, would be projected to be a second round.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Pick. That beautiful man did a cartwheel.
Guess what? He tore his ACL 4 months ago. Motherfucker was doing cartwheels like 2 weeks ago.
Wait, Kevin, did you say people didn't like Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, people don't like Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, yeah.
What? Well, they don't like his brother. They don't like his fiance or baby mom.
Yeah, and then that bleeds into their opinion of him.
True. Like his personnel decisions in his life are horrible. I mean, like, look, I hang out with you motherfuckers, and my personnel decisions are great.
Yeah, but like besides like obsessing over like Heinz ketchup, like what really is Pat Mahomes done to the world?
It's not even Heinz. It's not even Heinz.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's a bad person.
It's the worst brand.
But people don't like him.
I'm not. Honestly, like I was rooting so hard for Brady in the Super Bowl. I'm not even kidding.
People don't like him that much.
Okay, so at 31, I got Jason Owa out of Iowa, whatever his name is, the edge rusher out of Penn State. I think they need an edge rusher. I'm sorry, like beside who's their edge rusher? Like, is it Frank Clark or D Ford? I was getting mixed up. In Kansas City,
Frank Clark.
Frank Clark, yeah, they need an edge rusher. They need to get a pass rush because they know they're going to be in shootouts every game. It just makes so much sense to me. Just take the best individual edge rush on the board. Also, Andy Reid in the first round has always been hit and miss on his draft picks. Clyde Edwards-Helaire last year, by the way.
Love you, Brad.
Bye, Brad. Nice to meet you. All right.
I guess Brad's not coming on.
At 32, I have Howie Roseman growing a set and trading back up into the first round for one of the first good trades the Eagles made in the offseason's kid. At 32, the Philadelphia Eagles making trade Tampa Bay for the 37th, 84th, and 234th pick for Asante Samuel Jr. out of Florida State. The Eagles need a number 2 corner so bad. It's so bad. Like it's like they haven't made a move for Steven Nelson. Nobody has, honestly. It was hysterical.
It's Jared Chubb.
Asante Samuel Jr. is physical. He's fast. He plays the ball well. Incredible ball skills. His biggest issue was where he played college ball, honestly. Because he played on a horrible defense, and he was the best player on that defense by a mile. As a Hurricanes fan, I watched him pick off every quarterback we've ever had at least once. So Samuel Jr. to me, the Eagles get a legacy guy. Asante Samuel is Eagles royalty. They love him in Philadelphia. They always will. And getting his kid is the next best thing. And this makes at least Howie not look an idiot. You come out with Jalen Waddle and Asante Samuel. That's a great first-round draft haul. I will happily sit on that one and drink a 6-pack. Cheers, Howie. Kevin, who you have at 32 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, defending champs?
So they're going to want to load up on offense for the last couple of years of Tom Brady. Antonio Brown might be gone, so they're going to take Rashad Bateman.
You already had Bateman off the board.
No, I didn't. Did I?
You have an Indy.
I had him at 21. All right, Rondell Moore then.
Okay, Rondell Moore. All right, fair enough.
I had someone else. I had Azeez Ojulari on my board, but I changed it.
What did you think about my move of having Philly, who's been rumored to trade back up in the first round for a second pick, go get Asante Samuel Jr.?
I think they could probably get a better player, but
I mean, they wanted a corner. That was the position. If they weren't going to get the receiver, they wanted the corner or Kyle Pitts. Corner was the position they wanted. I also had them taking Zach Collins.
I don't hate the move, but I don't know. I feel like
I also think that if Zach Collins was still available, I also could see them taking him as well. That's another guy they really have been high on. So, all right, that's our mock draft, folks. Let us know how we did in the comments or DMs. Thanks again to Samir and Pat for being our moderators. Boys, what did you think of our mock drafts?
I have one very distinguishable comment to make.
Okay.
How did neither of you guys call the Patriots drafting a D3 punter in the first round of the NFL draft history? The writing's on the wall. Bill Belichick is clearly going to find some super obscure, like, community college punter or soccer player that declared for the draft out of, like, just a meme. Or he's going to trade away the first pick for, like, a 7th-round pick and some Jimmy Garoppolo sweat, which is what I've been saying for the past, 3 months.
I don't know. I think Kevin's took a lot of big swings. The three wide receivers back to back stood out to me. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't think Waddle and Smith are going that high. I really don't.
I agree. I agree for sure.
I think one of the Alabama receivers is falling to Philly at 12. It all depends on the stupidity of the Detroit Lions. If they actually draft Waddle at 7, then it's just going to be a repeat of history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Other than that, I'm trying to think. The Mac Jones of the Broncos I really liked. Now that's one of my favorite picks. I think Mac Jones, he just screams John Elway pick. And with those weapons, that's something I would like to see.
I really wish I went more aggressive on trades, and the Eagles have so much draft capital, so it would make sense. I thought Philly to 4 is so crazy it makes sense, but at the same time, I've been so wrong about trade-ups the last 3 years that I just stayed away from it. Like last year, I had Philly trade to 8 to go get CeeDee Lamb. And apparently there was a trade to move up to 8. They just ignored it and said, screw it, we'll just wait for him at 19 or 21. So
that didn't quite work out.
For real, the Mac Jones to Denver pick, I think that's like a really good opportunity for like a small playoff run for Denver.
Yeah,
I don't think it's honestly, a Super Bowl run by any means, but I think it's a decent playoff run.
With this draft to me makes the AFC West look so much more of a clusterfuck for the
Chiefs. For sure.
It does, because let's rewind back to just before COVID 2020, right?
Yeah.
The Chiefs are just off a Super Bowl victory. They're talking about repeating, 3-peating, 4-peating, whatever. And now we're talking about the Chargers possibly knocking them off as division title champs. The Broncos, if they get Mac Jones, being a threat. And the Raiders, honestly, if they get offensive line help and they possibly fix the quarterback position the next 4 years, they might be a good team too, because that the Chiefs look like a boat hull with a bunch of holes in it. I just think, to me, it's really crazy how the AFC West has shifted so hard in the past 2 years. Also, the AFC West, with the Patriots basically jumping right back up to the 1 or 2 slot, which I think is hysterical. It's basically everyone's like, it's Buffalo, Miami for the next couple of years, and then New England makes one incredible offseason, possibly gets a quarterback like a Kellen Mond, or if Kev's idea, a Trey Lance, and is right back there at the next season. Kev, if you guys don't get Trey Lance, who's a quarterback you'd want the Patriots to take?
Are we looking at it? If Mac Jones falls, I want Mac Jones, but
let's say Mac Jones and Trey Lance and Justin Fields are all off the board at that point.
Kellen Mond in the second round.
Okay. I love that pick too.
He's a project, but I think he will be at the very least a decent NFL quarterback.
Fair enough. I honestly like Monty, you guys too. I think he definitely is a very moldable quarterback, and he has all the physical stuff you'd want. And I mean, Texas A&M has a very loose system. Jimbo Fisher also doesn't make bad quarterbacks; he just makes not great ones. So, I don't know. I think I like that pick to you guys as well. If the Eagles don't get Waddle, of course, I would love for us to get Terrence Marshall in the second round. I think that dude is going to be a freak of nature. He is my Chase Claypool this year. Like last year, I was hammering the table on Chase Claypool. I'm like, guys, this dude's going to be a freak of nature. And if Chase Claypool stays the fuck away from Juju Smith-Schuster, he'll be a great receiver still. Another guy who I think everyone's really sleeping on here is I was slamming the table on Kev's podcast listening about Jalen Phillips. The Quiddy Pay pick makes a lot of sense for me. He's a great player, but Jalen Phillips, everyone's knocking this kid. I'm just like, the guy has so much. It's just the motor to me. He has all the physical tools, obviously, but this dude is just a freaking animal when he puts that helmet on, and it's so much fun to watch.
Fair. I'm trying to find a last second guess to say who won the mock draft, and someone is saying no after complaining that no one invited them on their podcasts.
Wow. That's treacherous.
It's very treacherous.
Carol.
I mean, listen, I think we tied because I went more conservative. Kevin went very aggressive with his.
Yeah.
I think we kind of
you got to risk it for the biscuit. Is all I'm saying.
Well, the problem was blame Pro Football Focus, because if it didn't delete my mock draft in the last hour 3 times, I probably would have had Eagles trade up to 4 to get Pitts or Chase, or the Patriots trade up to 4 to get Mac Jones and a bunch of wild shit. I had the Panthers trading back. I had a bunch of crazy ass shit, but like I just end up my crazy pick that I think is going to be hysterical. I know it's wrong was the Arizona Najee Harris pick.
Yeah.
I can also see them taking Travis Etienne because they've taken like guys like Adrian Ellington before, and they love Clemson players. So that'd be hysterical too. I think there's going to be one position where a guy who's not the number one player, like last year with Henry Ruggs, is the first guy off the board of that position. So don't be surprised if we see like I low key could see the Dolphins as 6 passing on Chase and taking Smith. It would be hysterical, and it would make total sense. Because I think like every receiver, the top 4 receivers in this draft all have different skill sets. And that's what's so cool about it. Like, Devontae Smith is a route running maestro with good speed. Jalen Waddle is the prototypical burner with some physicality. And Jamar Chase is Anquan Bolden with a little burst. And a little more vertical, I guess. That was the other thing they said. Rashad Bateman, your prototypical big guy who can run. And then you get down to like Elijah Moore and Tooney and the dude out of Purdue. They're all like they're kind of getting interchangeable at that point. But like this is a very diverse receiving class, just like last year's. I think college receivers is getting better and better, which I think is going to be a position where like if you miss one year, you can just hit back with another one.
True. I mean, I don't know. I feel like wide receivers also always look good in college.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like the top wide receivers always look good because athletic. N'Keal Harry. I don't know if anyone here has watched it or anyone watching has watched it. On HBO, there's the Nick Saban, Bill Belichick interview, The Art of Coaching or whatever it's called. And Nick Saban said that Bill Belichick is one of like 3 or 4 coaches who will actually call a college coach and ask about players. I think that hurt Bill Belichick because he called Arizona State's coach and asked about N'Keal Harry and fell in love with him and ignored his draft experts. Now we have Bon Snow, the man who put together Gump Madness. Bon,
I should have put on the shirt.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. You seem like you're doing pretty well, too.
Oh, shit,
I'm doing great. I've had a beer and some whiskey. Who won the mock draft?
Bon, please be objective here. Don't like just do your Alabama bias, please.
No, I gotta go with Jared.
Let's go!
Wow.
Yeah,
Kevin went hot takes for sure, though.
Yeah, but Kevin had a lot of hot takes.
Revoked.
You got to respect Kevin's big swings.
Listen, Bon, you are not my favorite member of Gump Twitter over Cruz and over Kevin.
Wow.
Also, I also pick on Cruz like so much. It's not even funny. I literally take shots at him every day, so it's fine. No, but Kevin's like basically family to me at this point, so he's like off in his own little sector. My mom offered to adopt him, so that's just how it goes.
Damn.
So see, Kevin, at least somebody's mom loves you.
That's true.
Right.
That's very, very true.
Look, Kevin, my mom doesn't know you, but she loves you. Please don't like kill yourself or anything.
My dad loves me.
We're gonna have to get Carol
for me. Carol, who refused. Sorry, Bon, you were second choice. I DM'd Carol first, who said she wouldn't come on.
I mean, she's at a bar, isn't she?
So
it's gonna be loud there.
Okay. It's
Conway Vinny has come on like at work at a fucking bar, right? Like,
yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I don't know what he does for work. I know he like gives
serving
like,
crab legs or whatever.
Yeah. He bounces.
It's good for content, baby.
Kev's all about the content ratings.
Oh, I will do literally anything for content.
We've known this. You proposed to at least 2 women already on air about it.
Okay, no. I proposed
for the record, it was only one. And he only mentioned
it was one on air, and then I talked about how I proposed to a woman on air. Big difference.
Kevin, I love you,
You're
buddy.
splitting hairs.
Shoot or shoot, man. I respect it. Kev doesn't ask for a date. He goes for the whole enchilada in one shot.
In his defense, Carol has been shooting shots all fucking day.
Yo, Jesus Christ. Come after Bond. He's been on the show for 30 seconds.
Hey, that's my most recent Twitter follower. Don't add him like that.
You didn't follow me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did.
No, not Bond. Bond followed me already. I knew Bond followed me.
Oh, okay.
Yo, also, Cruz, by the way, finally following me.
Yeah.
Talk about the disrespect of Cruz finally following me back
Yo.
today.
Yeah, that was
like
great.
7 months.
I met Cruz twice in real life before he followed me back on Twitter. Like I
think Bond wins.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And day drank with him for like 8 hours. You know the Cruz reaction meme where he's holding that vodka Red Bull and is like shocked Pikachu?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I took that.
That's
that
hysterical.
picture.
Cruz. I feel like Cruz is like that guy who has the Twitter ego. Like he has to you have to earn his respect for you to follow. But then again, I do the same thing with like shows on our own network. So I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, that's why he has Kaylee to bring that ego down.
Oh my
God,
that
girl is a damn saint.
Look,
her Twitter is hysterical, and the fact she didn't follow me back was a little hurtful. But I never know. I'm not gonna take it personally. Honestly, I don't.
Wait. Yo. Kyle, I need you to come on, and we need to clear some things up here. I sent you the link to this. Come on, and we will clear this up real quick.
Wait, so Kyle helped make your logo?
I don't know what's going on with this.
I mean, his profile picture is incredible, but I mean,
does Cruz just not believe in following people on Twitter?
I think Cruz just has an ego that comes with it.
Yeah, Cruz. No. Kyle, come on. We have to talk about it. We have to air shit out right now.
Oh boy,
it's laundry day, motherfucker.
This is turning into.
This is getting stanky out here. Session. Oh my lord.
We need to air. I said we're going late, and we're going late because of Gump Twitter drama, not because of the mock draft.
Yeah, we actually finished the mock draft.
You're coming on.
We finished the mock draft 20 minutes before you were supposed to. That was
perfectly on time.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Samir, I'm proud of you, buddy. You stepped up big today.
Thank you. I tried to keep the show running good.
Our intern stepped up big today, boys. You gotta give him a round of applause. Give him a Pat McAfee applause. Let's go!
What can I say?
Earning a second fucking semester. Yes, he's coming back, by the way, folks.
Oh yeah.
He's not sick of us yet, somehow.
No, he probably is, but he probably decided that this was good.
I mean, I texted him this morning at I think 8:00 this morning. Like, yo, you forgot to put it in the Twitter chat. I was like, why is my phone blowing up with Twitter replies yet for our show? And I'm like, uh-oh.
So, I believe the term with Samir is Stockholm syndrome.
That could be
true.
Because I mean that's the only way you could like both me and Kevin at the same time and not.
You guys just have to start feeding me kibble.
We're gonna talk about this logo real quick. Since Kyle said that he won't come on. Wow, you really want to piss this guy off.
So Kyle did this one.
Yeah, Kyle made that, or helped make it at least.
Yeah, duh.
Wait, no, pause. Kevin started it. Kyle just finished it.
You know what Kyle might have done?
The Mac?
Might have. Put this background on it.
Oh, like the
font,
kind of
the
shit.
car, the belly up logo, the license plate, Cruz in the Mac Jones jersey, and Mac were all me. So I don't know what Kyle's saying. He helped make this logo.
Yo, Kev getting real butthurt right now. I mean, listen, Kev, this is one of your better creations, so I'm not gonna I understand your frustration here.
I don't know what he's talking about. He helped make the logo. He put a background on it. Ooh.
Look, was he the idea guy for it, or
no?
All right, well,
I talked to Cruz about it, and he's like, "Here's kind of an idea." I was like, "All right, well, here's what I was thinking." He's like, "Yes."
Oh my god, this is great.
So I don't know what Kyle's talking about here. Helping make the logo.
Is he still in the comments?
No, he's done.
I don't know.
He's been out for 10 minutes. I watched him say peace and just dip. So
no, he said he was commenting 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. So it's fine. 2 minutes ago. LMAO, no. Okay.
So he woke him up
3 minutes ago.
So he's not going to defend himself because he knows he's in the wrong. He did not help make this logo. He put a
back. Kevin just has no fear at this point.
No, like
have some honor.
Worst case scenario, he's going to make a video montage of all my bad tweets. Ooh, you got a lot to choose from, pal.
All of your tweets are bad.
Yeah, that's what I said. He has a lot to choose from.
It'll just be a screen record of him scrolling through the account.
True.
Yep. Jump on Roman History Gang and just start sharing only Roman history memes on Twitter.
Pat, only you belong to that gang.
I can't help.
Yeah, there are not many other. Yeah, it's not much of a gang. It's more of just.
It's just Pat. It's just Pat, a bunch of historians from like Oxford University.
Yeah, I don't think it's Oxford. I think it's fucking Reddit. To be honest with you,
it's more of a gaggle.
Yeah, it's a bunch of neckbeards who appreciate Roman history.
I mean,
I don't know if that's the crowd you want to keep.
You're right. I want to distance myself.
It is. Pat knows his audience.
Yeah. He is our marketing wizard, even though Kevin might have usurped half the title though.
Exactly.
Pat, you have to defend your title now.
So actually, a dude I work with who raps like was asking me to like market for him, like basically like start doing like his social media and like start like trying to like get like a brand going for him. I was like, dude, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of like bumblefuck my way through life to begin with. So like, you don't want me to handle anything of yours, like.
Pat, we all work for Belly Sports. That's kind of all of our stories at this point.
True.
I'll fit right in.
Yeah, so you're gonna do is it the cruise control that you're gonna intern for?
Yeah.
Or is that someone else's? Okay. Have fun.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you call Cruz for his ego. Or tell him his diet's bullshit because he gets all butthurt about his workout ethic and stuff. Me and him will talk workouts all the time, and they stop. He stopped replying to me, giving him shit about his workouts, and now I'm a little hurtful. I feel hurt. It's hurtful.
He barely texts me back, and I'm hurt about that too.
Yeah, no, me and him one time I had an hour conversation while I was at the gym because I was asking him a question about what he does for his lifting splits.
If I didn't have finals next week, I would have gone to St. Thomas this weekend with him.
That sounds pretty good, actually, St. Thomas right now. I mean, it was 41 degrees, partially snowing and windy as fucking Connecticut today. So
yeah, what the hell was happening today?
Yeah, I don't know. Mother Nature,
false advertising.
Mother Nature did a line of coke this morning, I guess. I don't know.
Earth Day, my ass.
Earth Day, my nuts. Yeah, I know. It's like I get up this morning, like it's 31 degrees. I get to my car. Okay, it's sunny at least. I get to the job, and I'm like, it's fucking snowing. Fuck you, nature.
Jared, you know what I'm hyped about?
Yes, buddy. What's up?
We get to meet Kaylee October 30th.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, yeah, we go down to Jacksonville. Let's go.
Oh, on mischief night.
Oh, yeah, should we kidnap Samir to take him with us? I think Mike already established he's coming with us.
Mike established that Mike is coming with us, or Mike established
that Samir is coming with us because he's going to videotape all our shit because he can't get drunk legally.
Good point.
We have to get a camera for that. I thought the Game Day Guide crew was going to record that.
Well, no, I think we're doing it because Game Day Guys is paying for our shit.
All right, well, Mike can send us a camera then. I'm not shelling out for that.
Oh, no, we'll just have Samir record it from his phone.
That's
I might have a new phone then.
Send us a camera.
Samir, write off every expense to charge your phone then.
Ooh.
You make like 32 cents back on taxes.
Oh, good point.
2 cents back. Holy shit. Pat, you're really reaching on that.
Or driving down, by the way. That is not.
I don't know. I mean, we could do both. It's up to you. I mean, flying down would be more fun. I mean, less stressful, but driving down would be more fun.
Well, I don't know. Flying down, we could just record us getting drunk on the plane.
Also true. But driving down, you could see who's the worst driver out of the three of us.
I don't know if airlines are serving booze again yet.
Yeah, last I heard they are not.
Certain are. I think
is
Delta.
United?
Okay.
I think Delta is. I have a friend. I have a lifting buddy who actually is a Delta pilot. So maybe I can see if he can get.
The airline that is centered in Georgia is allowing booze and not taking COVID seriously. I am shocked.
I mean, we're going to Jacksonville, Kevin. What do you expect?
Oh, I will be. Look how cute Bond is right now. Just look at him.
Stop. Listen, we get it. You guys love each other. It's okay.
Just
get a
send that in our
room.
group chat.
Oh, get a room already.
Yeah, we're not in that gum Twitter group chat. We can't smell the toxic fumes from here. So you guys got to fill us in.
So, yeah, no, I will be fully vaccinated by the time we get to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like 5 months from now.
My boss screamed at me yesterday that I should get vaccinated. I looked at him and started laughing because it's not just that it's not the whole vaccination part. It's the fact he thought he actually had authority over me, and I just started laughing at him. And I walked towards my truck. I was like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Jared, I feel like we should get vaccinated for a lot more when going to Jacksonville besides COVID.
Herpes,
polio,
malaria,
chlamydia. Like, I mean, just like I'm just gonna start hitting the hard ones right now.
Hey,
if you have penicillin shots in our bags ready to go,
if
Samir,
you guys,
your bag's gonna be loaded like 10 around the ring of your bag right now. Okay.
If you guys can front some money, I'm sure I can buy some azithromycin and penicillin to just preemptively treat and then treat you guys after the fact with. You guys can be fine for anything.
No, you can't preemptively treat with penicillin, and you can't drink.
We shouldn't make a video of us going there. We should only make a video of me.
That's quitter talk.
Giving you guys the vaccination.
Quitter talk.
That is a veteran. He knows these things.
Antibiotics lose effectiveness with alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, no, hold on. No. You can still drink on antibiotics, though. You just create a stronger strain of bacteria after the fact.
Well, no.
Yeah, it's like my best friend, one of my best friends from college. When we were in New Orleans, she downed like 3 Advil and then went on to Bourbon Street, had 1 glass of wine. It was knocked the fuck out. It was hysterical.
I mean, Advil's fine. It's Tylenol that you can't really drink on.
It might have been Tylenol. Whatever the one that gets you drunk so fast that you can't even comprehend what's happening.
Oh no, I'm talking about for the sake of your liver, you can't.
Whatever the one that speeds up your blood flow, so you literally just start you get drunk off of 1 glass of wine. That's what happened. Wow, so my friend was like, no, I think Adderall just helps you stay away longer.
Aspirin is a blood thinner.
Yeah,
exactly. No, because we were in the hotel room. We were all pre-gaming, and she literally just dropped 2 aspirin because she had a migraine, and she just had 1 glass of wine. Out. She got into Bourbon Street. He was out. This girl is an A-type personality, Kevin's type, and just would literally lose her shit. And she was she was
Kevin's type.
She was white girl wasted before we even hit the strip. It was hysterical.
Did you say I'm a type A personality?
No, I think you'd get along with her as a type A. You're not a type A, but you'd get along with her because she'd be giving me shit about the type A shit that you give me shit about.
Kevin's type passed out after 1 drink.
Yes. What are you talking about? What are you talking
about?
No,
Kevin's type HEK.
I also just realized the joke Pat was making, and no, if they're passed out, they can't consent. So that's
that's in bad taste. My bad.
Yeah, no, Bill Cosby's out here, boys.
Yeah.
I'm curious if anyone else from Gump Twitter wants to join.
All right, I will be back 1 second.
I'm opening the group chat right now on my computer.
Keep my green screen.
I think it's it's really adorable that you guys have a Gump Twitter group chat on top of Gump Twitter in general.
This is the 4th one we've had.
I want to discover West Point Twitter and be like, hi, I'm not actually a West Pointer, but I'm just here for the commentary and the football.
I do like that the Gump Twitter group chat we're in right now is all Alabama graduates at the very least, because I'm in another one that is not. And I'm like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, I think let me go look. Vinny, Roach, Jack, me. I think we're Wheels is, but he's never active in there. Steph is a current student, Liv's a current student. Cade goes to goddamn Ole Miss. He's just a
I don't know why he's there.
Gump. Well, he was active for a minute, and then he got flamed for thinking that some 19-year-old was 15 and then saying she was attractive.
No, brother.
Yeah, that was weird. I remember that.
And then he came out, that was when he was in town for the heartbreaker against UCLA, but he Adam's a student right now too, but he's graduating. Michelle's a student. Damn, we have a lot of people in this group chat. Now that I'm actually
is it 53?
That sounds right.
Wow, 53. How about this? Gub Twitter, more like Chump Twitter. Am I right, Patrick?
Yeah. Oh, what's a real college anyways? Oh, shit. Did you just buzzer beater or did you remove him?
I can remove people.
Hey, Alabama, my favorite college ever. Yeah, dude.
That's
Let's go.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I'm not backing down. I'm not stepping under the thumb of your authoritarian regime.
Just sim for Alabama. It'll be okay. Oh no.
As he exits Samir out of it. Stop picking on our intern. I leave her 5 seconds and you guys are arguing.
I was shooting. Don't worry, Jared. I shot the first shot.
Attaboy.
Yeah, we're trying to get. This is going to be a Gump Twitter episode, even though we're 15 minutes over.
Holy shit, yeah.
See, I get a text from my mom. She comes home and she goes, "Oh, we're having pizza." And I'm like, I'm thinking I'm going to walk outside and there's going to be like a fresh box of pizza from Pizzeria. No, it's frozen pizza. I'm like, fuck that. I'll eat it later.
I love frozen pizza, man.
I do too.
And
but I literally, the gag was I was going to come down literally with a slice of pizza folded in my hand while I was talking on air.
That would have been a good gag.
Jared's
a prop comic now. It's his new thing.
I do have a red beard, but not the red hair like Carrot Top.
Does somebody in your household want to drive up a slice of pizza to me? I'll probably still be awake by the time it gets here.
I mean, Pat, I might be because my new diet. I'm a little inebriated after only 4 beers, which is kind of depressing. Or I would drive.
John, are you sad that Carol won't join?
I mean, she's been hammered all day.
Cool.
So
have you watched?
No wonder her and Kevin are a perfect match.
Hella fun to get her on. So yeah.
I mean,
I literally proposed to her earlier, so she should come on.
Kev, I think y'all are actually a perfect match.
Defend her rejection.
She didn't reject me.
What did
she said? We're going to Vegas,
which means she's gonna elope, which is not a rejection.
Shotgun wedding.
No one wants to join. Vinny's at work. Liv won't join. I'm sad. I'm disappointed.
Vinny's been at work while he's joined before. What the hell?
He said he doesn't have his AirPods.
Convenient. I mean, that's fair. Actually, I wouldn't want like customers to hear what the hell we were talking about.
Yeah, we're some horrible human beings sometimes. I'm drinking Coors Light and I'm actually enjoying it. That's a scary thing.
I didn't bring a beer with me.
I literally
I didn't bring one either.
My parents are talking to me. They're like, "Hey, you want to do it?" I'm like, just stop. I'm literally in the middle of a show. Will you guys leave me alone for like 5 minutes? I'll come talk to you afterward.
Yeah, my grandma just called me.
Hell yeah, priorities, brother. Stay on there with us. I'll talk to your grandma.
Yes, you are in the comments. You can join.
What am I supposed to chug? My dip spit?
Yes, Pat.
That'd be hysterical.
Please no.
I mean, Pat would also like literally die on air, but you know.
If it's for content, I would die on air. Yeah. Well, time to grab the katana real quick then.
Yeah, great. It would be nice if we became like the Logan Paul of sports.
See, like I
media.
The guys at Rough Cut asked like, "What's your show like?" And I'm like, "We are basically the Pat McAfee show of Belly Up. We are just a bunch of stooges yelling at each other."
It's a good point.
We are basically McAfee, PMT, and then just a mixture of me and Kevin's horrible personalities.
I'd say bad, not horrible.
I feel like Bond's regretting joining right about now.
I mean, I think Bond's pretty entertained, honestly. I mean, he did also pick the correct winner of the mock draft, but
oh yeah, I'm having a great time.
I mean,
my grandma could win.
Bond, you also missed like one of our Hall of Fame episodes. I think it was a month and a half ago, where Kevin literally broke out Leonard Skinner records for probably about an hour and yelled at Samir about how Allman Brothers couldn't even compare. We also had our director of marketing on that show. She also runs a hockey podcast. And she literally texted me in the middle of the show, goes, "Should I go get more whiskey?" I'm like, "Yeah, just do it. It's gonna be a while." her co-host was on like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and that was hysterical too. Like it's every time, like what I love about our live stream, even when Kevin leaves Corner Booth, he's not leaving our live stream. He just won't do our recordings anymore. Because this is just too much entertainment.
We might be recording the new podcast on Thursdays.
Oh, buddy. Just hurting me now.
Hey, absolutely.
Good point. Hey, to bring it back to sports, though, I do want to air a grievance about.
Oh, wait.
I'm waiting.
Go ahead.
Yes, perfect. I do have something to get off my chest today, and it's this: the New York Yankees stink. We stink. We suck. We're the worst. We're the worst team in baseball. It's unwatchable. I turn on the TV every day, and I'm just miserable. We're last in the league in OPS, dead last in the league in OPS. This team is too talented to be this bad.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
We're playing like freaking little leaguers out here. It's horrible. Meanwhile, the goddamn Red Sox are in first place. What's going on over here? You guys, I'm confuzzled. I'm devastated.
Go Sox, until the All-Star break. Just wait until the All-Star break. That's when the Red Sox start sucking again. So.
Oh, by the way, Clint Frazier doesn't swing at a pitch. You throw a pitch in the strike zone, he'll just look at it. Thank you. Yeah, I am cool.
I think she followed you, Samir, by the way.
Huh. That's good. Hey, I write some good jokes on Twitter. I'll say that much.
I dropped Twitter into the gum chat.
I will say, Samir, some of your tweets are like really. Hold on. Yeah, some of your tweets are really good. Most of your tweets.
It's just like my extra little outlet because I'll put it out there, everyone. I'll plug myself. I do stand-up comedy here in the Boston area, but I haven't done it in so long because of COVID, So now I just think it's stupid shit. I'm like, I don't know where else to put it except for Twitter. So I just put it on Twitter.
One of my friends is trying to convince me to do stand-up.
You can do stand-up. Go to open mics with me. I'll take you to open mics.
I mean, Kevin, your life's a joke, so it'd be perfect.
I say, though, like, I'm not funny. And he said, yeah, but you can tell a story, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's going to have a good punchline at the end of it.
Yeah, 99% of the punchlines will be, and that's why my mom left. And no one would.
It's like Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck.
Your mom might have left you if.
Jesus Christ.
No, I already know what my stand-up would be about, and no one would laugh. I would get a lot of people mad at me.
See, my problem is I might get too hurtful because I do one time I was on a rip I was just talking to a girl at a bar. I was trying to be funny as hell, so I was doing observational shit about people at the bar around us, and I was getting hurtful. Like I didn't even realize it until she said, "Like, dude, you are literally hitting these guys with haymakers. If they can't, thank God they can't hear you." And I was like, "Sorry." I was just getting rude.
Speaking about, I do have to go in a minute here, but I'd like to leave on a low note.
Wow.
So, speaking about girls at the bar, so I went out with a couple friends to a bar the other day, and they wanted to go way out of the way afterwards, and I was like, hey, nope, I'm not driving all the way down to Rhode Island. I'm gonna go to my local bar, have a nightcap, and then I'm gonna go home. So I go there, I sit down. And there are two girls next to me, and the friend sees me checking out the hot one of them. I kind of laugh it off. I'm like, haha, yeah, you got me. So the friend that I was checking out ends up being comes up to the little partition in the bar and was like, hey, are you here alone? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm here by myself, whatever. And she's like, let me buy you a drink. Sure, buy me a drink. I'll buy your next one. She's like, nope, you're good. I'm like, oh, okay. Try to make small talk with her. Absolutely shuts me down. Buys me my drink, and then she just leaves. I have never. Yeah, no, I was literally like, hey, how's it going? How's your night going? She's like, good, and then went back to talking to her friend. I'm like, oh, okay. Went to go talk to her again. Oh, hi, and then went back to talking to her friend. I have never felt more awkward than some random stranger buying me a drink at a bar and then not wanting to talk to me. I was like, was it the sound of my voice? Was it my personality?
So I have two things. One, Pat, we live in the same area. You could have invited me to the bar. That's hurtful.
You're not wrong. Yes, I could have. However, it was not me who was the original inviter to the bar.
Well, when they didn't show up, you could have invited me.
Well, It's the thing, like, you know, like I went out and then like obviously they were like, yeah, we want to go down to like Prov, and I was like, yeah, I'm not driving to fucking Providence. Like I want to be up early tomorrow, so I'm not going to do that. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go to Six Strings for a nightcap, and then nightcap happened, and then the girl was like, let me buy you a drink. Sure, sorry.
That's when you shoot me a text. But I don't talk to girls at bars. If it's not in the Twitter DMs, I'm not gonna do it.
That may be the root of your problem there, Kev.
The one time I did that, yeah, instead of sliding in girls' DMs from Cincinnati, I should probably just go to bars. The one time I did talk to a girl at a bar, my asshole friend is the other side of the bar, laughing at me and staring me down.
Was it also the family member of somebody else in this conversation right now?
It may have been. Yes, it was Samir's cousin.
Yeah, Matthew.
Nope.
He's a real sucker. That one.
No, he gets mad at me for bringing up that story. He's apologized, but so if anyone watching, if your friend is hitting on someone at a bar, don't laugh at them from across the bar.
Kevin,
I might be going to that person.
Kevin, I might be going back to my bar at some point in the weekend. If that's the case, I'll invite you and we can go have random strangers buy us drinks and then don't want to talk to us because they realize that we are who we are.
Okay, true. If the COVID vaccine doesn't go too poorly, I'm down.
I mean, if best case scenario, you'll just get better 5G service, right?
There you go.
True.
I'm getting vaccinated on Saturday.
Oh no way! I'm getting vaccinated tomorrow, and then when am I getting vaccinated? Tomorrow, and then the 29th or the 22nd of May.
Wow.
There you go.
That's a split.
You gotta wait.
Yeah, they
3
told me
weeks.
you would make they told me I would, they would get bigger. That's what they told me. So I was like, all right. So I signed up.
Hold on, I got.
So I don't know.
Right now.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. And it's like the downside is that like I don't get COVID. Hopefully, like the upside is I don't get COVID and I have a big penis. Well, I'm just saying that the best case scenario is that it really kicks in.
Who's here? Vinny!
He made it. Let's go.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to come say hi. I know you probably can't hear me that well.
Oh, we can.
We can hear you. We know what you're saying. He's saying hi, guys.
Hear loud and clear.
A lot of background noise here, but what are you gonna do? We're almost out of crawfish, so.
Oh,
Holy shit!
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Captain
Crawdad
Crawdad.
Vinny's almost out of crawfish.
Captain Crawdad Vinny.
Go jump in the whatever rivers nearby and go catch some more.
Black
Go.
Widow.
Go. No, what you got to do is you got to go jump into the little pond behind Lakeside and grab some crawfish there.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they don't have a problem with me doing that.
No, not at all. They've never, ever had issues with students doing that whatsoever.
Hey, Vinny, you see that video of John Means very obviously rubbing on some substance on his glove?
Yeah, what about it? They all
Yeah, I guess what about it? I guess good point.
Yeah.
Poor kid's, listen, he's an Orioles fan to begin with. Leave him alone. I mean, hey, wait, listen, your Yankees
He's
still
hardened.
before.
If
We
Trevor
suck.
Bauer,
We
if Trevor Bauer can do it, I can do it. Or
Well, also
Yeah,
Trevor
good point.
Bauer is literally the most hilarious villain on the planet.
He bugs me, man.
All right, I gotta go. I just wanted to say hi.
Bye, Vin.
Thanks for
Good having you, man.
Adios.
All right, Kev, I think we should probably kill this at about the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
We
Poor
are
Bond's got to
about
call his grandma. I got to figure out the hell is going on upstairs. And yeah, I have to get back to our boss. So that should be fun. I might have to do executive stuff tomorrow, which is not my favorite thing to do.
That's how I spend every day, dude.
Yeah, I know, but like I do my stuff like on off hours, which is it's hysterical. I got to figure out the rest of this list, by the way. I got to figure out. So
Putting in the extra work, am I right, Samir?
Yeah, I'm a grinder.
I did not mean to do that, but all right.
all right. I think Kevin's time to sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by. Whoever the one viewers who stuck with us this long, thank you so much.
I think it's Jess.
Probably. Thank you so much for stopping by. You guys are the best. I hope you enjoyed our mock draft. And of course I won, obviously. Thank you to Bond for cementing that. For stopping by. If you haven't check him out on Bond Snow on Twitter, one of the more famous members of Gump Twitter right there. For Kevin, for our marketing wizard, Pat. Fuck, I can't play anywhere. My man Kev and our intern Samir, who did a great job today hosting, by the way. Give it up for Samir again. Good job, boy. The kid's killing it right now. All right. We will catch y'all Tuesday. Another Corner Booth episode coming at you. Me and Kev, of course, will do our defensive rankings. Samir will try to make sure we don't kill each other. I'm Jared. Them's the Knuckleheads. We out.
And if you want more Bond, check out Cruise Control Podcast this summer.
Oh, it's going to be a great time.
True.